Okay, TV comedy tag from The Broken Moose, aka Dave Nicholson. This looked pretty interesting to me, seeing as I'm a big TV and movie buff, as you can see behind me. So I thought I'd give my own spin on it. He said you rate them from 1 to 15, so I guess I'll do that for in my case anyway. Number 1 for me would be MASH from 1972, because I pretty much, well, I wouldn't say grew up on it, but I was towards the tail end of it. I was born back when Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen aired, but I have very fond memories of that show. We always watched it in reruns whenever we could, because Hawkeye Pierce was like the bee's knees as far as comedic surgeons go. He was right up there with Captain Spaulding from Groucho Marx, if you know what I mean. Moving on, number 2, I Love Lucy, 1951. You can't get more comedy gold than Lucy, because she was, actually, from what I read, she not only was an entrepreneur and with her husband at the time by owning Desilu Studios, but she was like one of the greatest comedians to ever grace a screen. And she was one of the best. Still is, in my opinion. 3, SCTV. 19, I don't remember what was aired, but 70 something anyway. And that was what first introduced me to John Candy, because I always loved John Candy. I always will, always have. 4, The Golden Girls, 1985, because, well, B. Arthur was like one of the funniest people I've ever seen on TV ever since I first saw her on Maude. I saw it in reruns because it was from before I was born, but still, B. Arthur and her character as Maude Finley was, I think, one of the first women's liberators on TV. That brings me to another women's liberator. Number 5 was The Honeymooners from 1955, I think it was. Jackie Gleason and Audrey Meadows were like a match made in heaven. Add Art Carney as his best buddy, and it would inspire sitcoms for years to come. But yeah, Audrey Meadows didn't take no crap from Ralph Cramden, that's for sure, based on what I remember seeing anyway. Number 6, The Andy Griffith Show from 1960. That's what first introduced me to Don Knotts, because I always loved Don Knotts ever since then. And that brings me to where did I leave off? I think 6. Yeah, that brings me to show number 7, Three's Company, 1976. Yeah, it was daring at the time because it showed a guy living with two women roommates, and the I guess misconceptions that happened along with that. And Don Knotts came in later as Ralph Furley in that show. There's so many of these I can't keep up. I think I was at 7. Yeah, I was at 7. Number 8 would be Taxi from 1974, I think. I was introduced in that show to Danny DeVito, and I always loved him, and I also liked Judd Hirsch in that show. 8 would be Mork and Mindy from 1978, which is what gave the world its first taste of Robin Williams, the one and only. 9 would be Seinfeld, because I've always loved Jerry, and even before he was a big name star, I always loved his comedy too. And the messes they got themselves in that show, it really was a show about nothing. What else? I think I left off at 9. Can't remember. 9 was... Oh no, I already did 9. I can't remember. I'll just name a few more off the top of my head anyway. Like some of these big name tags I have a hard time keeping up with. Like with so many choices and things. I'll just do another number 9, and we'll say I was at 9. Number 9 is Laverne and Shirley, which starred Penny Marshall and Cindy Williams. 10 sorry, 10. The Brady Bunch, that was one of Sherwood Schwartz's babies. I mean, that was the first show to experiment with a blended family. 11, Green Acres, which was one of the Paul Henning produced shows. 12, the Beverly Hillbillies, because I always loved Buddy Ebsen. And here's a tidbit for you guys. Did you know in the original, in The Wizard of Oz, that Buddy Ebsen was up for the part of the Tin Man? Yeah, but I guess the dust caused a allergic reaction to his skin, and he couldn't do it. I think I left off at 10. 11 would be, what did I do? Gomer Pyle USMC, which was a spin-off of Andy Griffith, which centered on Jim Nabors' character of Gomer Pyle enlisting in the Army. 12, what else? Cheers from 1982. Ted Danson was absolutely superb in that. And that brings us to 13, which is Becker from 1998, not 88, which Ted Danson also stars in as Dr. John Becker, who is a brilliant doctor who has a gruff exterior. He's extremely dedicated to his practice. I think I said 12. So 13. What other shows? Sanford and Son, which is a spin-off of, well, it was not a spin-off directly, but it was produced by Norman Lear, in the same vein as All in the Family and those other shows. 14 would be The Jeffersons, because I absolutely loved Sherman Hemsley as George. You could not find a better person to play George Jefferson in that character. And final one for me, 15, is a recent show. I can't remember when it was made, but it was called Superstore, which stars Canada's own Lauren Ash as Dina, who is one of the managers or Seen It All veterans at the Superstore. It was called Cloud 9 or Cloud 8. I can't remember what the Superstore was called, but it was like a half improv, half sketch show. It was really funny. If I had to throw in some honorable mentions, obviously I'm going to throw Schitt's Creek, because I love that show. Eugene Levy was to die for in that show. Him and Catherine O'Hara had such great chemistry. It went back all the way to their days on SCTV. And what else? Kim's Convenience, that was another good one. That was one of the first shows to tackle immigrant families running a small business in Toronto. It was based on a stage play from what I read. And I'll throw in one more and make it the Rick Mercer Report. This wasn't much of a... This was kind of like a half news magazine, half travel show. But it had comedy bits in it. Like, he did a piece here in my hometown where he visited the maze. And it was actually carved with him in it. So you can't get better than carving something and having the subject visit your place. Yeah. I'll see if I can find the YouTube video and link to that on Facebook. Or YouTube, sorry, not Facebook. Yeah. Sorry guys, it's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm trying to plan for what we're going to do, and my mind's been wandering, so to speak. Anyhow, there's my choices for the TV comedy tag, and I hope you like it, Dave. Later.